Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is the one I've been most excited about filming because I'm finally introducing my girls. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you would have seen our introduction video. I would have spoken about 3 horses. Unfortunately, if you do keep up with my Instagram, you will see that unfortunately we have lost one of the horses. We lost him at the beginning of August. So that was Mr Darcy. So we do only have the 2 girls now. And now that we've got little Evie, maybe we, might be able to get a pony. Anyway, so first of all, I'm going to introduce you guys to Summer. So Summer is my first horse, pretty much. I got her when I was 15 on a 6-month lease with option to buy, and then for my 16th birthday, my mum, myself, and my nana all put money in, and we bought her. So she cost me $650, and I think she's probably been the best investment I've ever made. I've had way too many good memories with her. So I have had her for 10 years. Meg, get out please. I've had her for 10 years in March, March just been. She's 18 now. And I think we got you officially measured. Oh, I've got slobber on my face now. We got her officially measured a couple of years ago, and she is 15 hands and 3/4. So not quite 15-1. She's obviously bare, you can see that. And have I said she's a standard bred? Well, she's a standard bred. Does pace, especially when she gets a little bit confused about things, or she really doesn't like flat work. So dressage tests, hacking, stuff like that, she gets really in a kerfuffle, and that's when she'll start pacing. And she's quite good because she can pace at a walking speed, a trotting speed, and a canter speed. You know, we've done a whole walk, trot, canter dressage test in pace. It was great. I mean, we got a great score for enthusiasm. About Summer, so I've had her, like I said, 10 years. We've done the Perth Royal show. We did that in-hand breed. That was probably like our biggest show we've ever been to. We've jumped 1.10 m. We didn't quite make it to 1.15 m, did we? Or did we make it to 1.15 m? I can't remember. I think I chickened out on that one. She's fantastic. She can jump anything, but I chickened out. Our best awards, let's try and think. What have we done? We've done so much. This horse has done so much with me. We've done games. We've done hacking, like I said, she didn't like that. We've done dressage, she didn't really like that. We've tried to do eventing, but obviously the dressage phase she hates. She loves cross country, so we've done a few hunter trails. She's fantastic at those. She's so bold, she just goes. And show jumping, she is fantastic at. We do get a few rails here and there. That's usually my fault when I panic and I think, oh no, we could have got an extra stride in there, and she's gone, no mum, I got this. And yeah, we end up trying to chip a stride in, and then we get a rail, or I go, jump quick, and she could have got a stride in. We've taken that long spot, and our back legs have just come over and hit it. Summer's not a smoochy horse, so this is like, I feel like I'm going to get bitten at some point. She is a, you can look at me but you can't pat me kind of a horse. So this is a big thing that she's letting me just do all of this. She's like, ugh, I hate you, human. She's good. We've done endurance riding. So we've done a few endurance rides for Alzheimer's WA. My granddad did unfortunately pass away from Alzheimer's, so that's a charity that's really close to us and my family. So each year when I can do it, obviously it's been cancelled this year, thanks good old Corona, we take part in it and we raise as much money as we can. It's 25Ks there one day and then 25Ks back the next, or you can do the bigger ride, which is 50Ks, which this year we were aiming to do the 50 the first day and the 25 the second day. I didn't think we'd really handle 100Ks, hey? You're not a young whippy snippy anymore. What else about you, baby girl? She's just the best. We've got so many ribbons that we've won over the years. Just really in like local shows. We've never done anything big. Like I said, we did Royals, but we walked away with nothing. She was still being ridden quite a lot by myself doing show jumping, so she wasn't quite that hack fat that they like to see at Royal. She was quite fit, so we didn't place, unfortunately, but it was a great experience and she was fantastic. Hey, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can start bringing her back into work. Yeah, because she's getting a bit bored. Both of the girls are getting bored in the paddock now. Just been sitting there for way too long because I couldn't really do too much towards the end of the pregnancy, and now they're like, come on, Mum. And the weather's starting to get nice now. So fingers crossed, there will be videos of her being brought back into work soon, and if you guys want to see that, let me know. So that's really it for Summer. She's just a really fantastic horse. I do love her to bits. Yeah? Okay. You cranky mole. Alrighty, give me 2 seconds and I will go and get Trixie, who is literally just standing right there, but got to swap him into view, and I'll be right back with Trixie. Alrighty, I'm back. I decided to just flick the camera because it was too much hard work to move them, to be honest. Camera. Oh my gosh, photo bomb. We're back. Alrighty, so this is Miss Trixie. She is my absolute dream come true of a pony. I've always wanted a gypsy vanner, a gypsy cob, or Welsh cob, whatever you want to call them. And over here in Australia, they're not really that easy to get your hands on. And if you can get your hands on them, they're quite small. So I decided, you know what, I want a big chunky monkey beast. I'll get a Clyde Cross patchy pony. So I actually had pretty much bought Trixie before she was born. I really liked the stallion. I went and met the stallion. I really liked the breeder. She was lovely. And I didn't get to meet the mare until Trixie was born, but I'd met one of her, well, her only sibling that was like full sibling that was on the ground at this point in time. She's number 2 of, I don't even know how many there are of them now, but they're all beautiful. So I'd met her older brother, who was absolutely stunning. He is a solid paint, well not solid paint, but he's this color all over, and he's got a beautiful dapples that come out. She's disgustingly dirty, but when she's clean and he's like trying to groom her sister. When she's clean and washed and beautiful, those dapples are really pop. So he's just like this colour, dapples all over. Anywho, so Trixie, I pretty much bought before she was born. She was born on a Friday morning, like early hours in the morning. And I remember ringing my mum. I didn't live at home at the time, and I rang my mum and I was like, oh Mum, the horse has been born and she's perfect. And Mum's thinking, oh my God, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. And she's crying. Why is she crying? Thinking that something had happened. And no, I'd just been sent a few photos of Trixie as a baby, like pretty much born, just born. And she was perfect. I really wanted a filly. I really wanted patches. And I got what I wanted. I mean, she's cheeky as. So I drove down to go see her on that Saturday and got to meet her and got to meet her mum, and it was just like, oh my God, I love this horse. Get your head up, please. You're meant to be in view. You know what? Screw up. She's typical Clydesdale. She's food orientated. So her dad is a Clydesdale. Her mum is a bit of a Bitzer. By looking at her breeding, I'm pretty sure she was Arab Quarter Horse. That's what she had mainly in her. And obviously something in there to bring out the patches. As we all know, Quarter Horses and Arabs are not naturally patchy. So there was obviously something else in there that has brought out the patches. So I bought Trixie at a day old, sorry. I brought her home at 5 months. She had been weaned a little bit earlier, so that she could be weaned with one of the other horses, because she was one of the last ones to be. So she was weaned a little bit earlier, so she came home a little bit earlier, and the day I actually brought her home, it was a long weekend. It was Easter weekend here at that time, and I went down and I competed her at her first show, because there was a show happening that weekend where she was from. So we had our first little competition, and we walked away with a couple of, I think we got a reserve, a third and a first. And she was so good. She was quite timid to start with, and now if anybody comes and meets this pony, you all know she's not timid. She's like a Labra horse. If she could sit on your lap, she would. When she was first here, she really struggled to sleep. So I think that's where her little Labra horsey came from, because she wouldn't rest. She would just run around screaming and being upset. So I used to go and sit out with her in the paddock and just sit with her, and she'd fall asleep with her head on my lap or head on the floor next to me. She was very, very cute, weren't you? But then she didn't realise that she got to 15 hands and she can't sit on my lap anymore. We've done a few shows since then. We unfortunately had a floating accident when she was 7 months old. She tried to turn coming off the float, and my old float had a really steep ramp, and she came down it and like kind of tumbled down. So then that was it. She was like, done. I'm not getting back in a float. So we did loads of float training to get her to a couple of shows. And it just became the people involved were just bitchy, and that's not what I was there for. I was there to show off the Clydesdale Sport Horse as a breed and show off how great they can be and versatile they are. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I think Summer's just undone her lead rope, don't mind me. So I'm going to tie her back up. That's not what I was there for. I was there for fun and making friendships, and it's not what it came. So she hasn't done any shows since then. She's come to Adult Riders with me a few times just to watch. She's come along and done when they do like a ridden class, I've been allowed to go in there in hand, and they've kind of just walked and trotted all around me to really keep her not fazed by much. I first sat on her when she was 2.5, 3. I just jumped on bareback and she was fantastic. Didn't do anything, she literally just stood there in the paddock. I sat there for a few minutes, had my little oh my god moment, and then jumped off. And then at the end, coming to the end of last year, I started to put a saddle on her back, put a bit in her mouth, start long reining her, started to sit on her, had my first little ride. Trent led me around, and then a girlfriend came out and rode Summer and ponied us off her, because she gets ponied off Summer all the time, so she's used to that. So the scratchy spots. So I've had a few little rides, but then obviously I was pregnant, so I wasn't going to do that. You all saw Trixie's first proper ride video that I put up. That was my friend Emma riding her. It was bittersweet because it was like, yay, I'm seeing her being ridden, and yay, we're taking a step forward, and sad that it wasn't me doing it. So hopefully I'm going to get the ticket of approval from the doctors next week, because I'm at my 6 weeks postpartum. And then I can get on. Well, I'm not going to get on her, let's face it. I'm going to do a lot more in-hand work with her and get her to a really good headspace and a good general basics, make sure she remembers everything that I taught her last year. We laughed when the vet came out when we were dealing with Darcy. She laughed at her. She was like, oh, she needs a job to do. She gets bored. And I'm like, yup, don't you worry. I'm excited to start riding this horse. With Summer being 18, she's not stiff. She's not sore or anything. She's actually in really good health. But I also am conscious of her turning 19 this year, and I really don't want to put too much strain on her. So that's when Trixie comes in and starts taking the majority of the load. Trent's offered to learn how to ride a little bit so we can at least go out on trail rides together, and my mum and dad or someone watch Evie for us, just to keep both the girls happy. But if not, they both pony off each other, so that's fine. I can take them both out at the same time, can't we? So yeah, that's really it about Trixie. That's my aim, is to be able to get back on and get loads of footage for you guys now until the end of the year, really. Following our journey, I have got a friend who breaks in horses. I've got hair on there. I do have a friend that breaks in horses, and she does a fantastic job. So she might get sent to her if I don't want to ruin her. And I'm kind of, last year when I got to the point of Emma riding her, it was like, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know how to tune all of this up. And I also don't want to make a mistake. So I'd rather send her to a professional, really. So yeah, that is Trixie. Oh, and did I say what her actual colour is? Because I always forget to say that bit. So she's a Silver Dapple Tobiano or Tobino, however you guys pronounce it. So she is a silver, and maybe one day she might make me a nice little silver baby, because I found a silver baby daddy. Yeah, you make me a nice baby one day. Yeah, what? I don't think you guys can see her eyes from there, but her eyes are blue at the front and brown at the back. And now you definitely can't see them because Pumba's like, it's all about me. So that's it really, guys, for the girls. Thank you for watching. Ow, got a bite. Hopefully I can get some more videos done whilst Trent's home. And might start working the horses this week, because I'm allowed to lunge them. Let's face it, that's not much physical exercise, is it? Anyway, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and if you want to keep up to date with anything, go to my Instagram, which I'm going to put in the description down below. Bye!